This is a 1948 CJ2A Willys Jeep. It's got a flathead 4, T93 speed, Dana 25 up front and a Dana 41 in the rear. The owner has taken the time to put in lunchbox lockers in both the front and rear axles. As you can see, those lockers sure help it grip as it's climbing over small obstacles. The CJ2As had a short wheelbase which made for great breakover angles. It was really hard to high center these old rigs. Although, as you'll see later, it can happen now and again. As you can see, it's handling these ups and downs with ease. And with a 59-inch width, it's as comfortable on a 4x4 trail as, say, a side-by-side or maybe even the four-wheeler trail. In fact, here it is trying to chase down a side-by-side as we speak. It certainly doesn't have the speed of those new rigs. But don't worry, what it lacks in horsepower and torque, it makes up for in character. The good old American know-how. A lot of folks nowadays like to put 35-inch, 37-inch, or even 40-inch tires on their new Jeeps. But these old CJ2As only need 28 inches to handle these trails. They're basically little goats. And I tell you, these old girls sure knew how to flex. This old girl is 73 years old. It's light, narrow, and short, and it just keeps on going and going and going. Doesn't matter how big or small the trail is. There is a little known modification you can make to these old Willys that a lot of people haven't heard of. Basically, you just let your seatbelt dangle out the passenger side for a while. In fact, it might even help you brake, even when you didn't know you needed to. Another thing people like to add to these old Willys is a kidney belt. Well, I'm just kidding. However, at 73 years old, it's hard to argue against these old leaf springs. Might be a little bumpy, but they're still getting the job done. It's true, by the way. People with old Willys tend to look a little bit like Popeye. Once you throw a couple lockers in these, I tell you what, it takes some effort to turn them front wheels. Maybe a couple 3 or 4 point turns as well. Now, these old CJ2As do have a few limits. Those 28-inch tires, those rocks in the foreground, probably are just a little too much to handle. And as you can see here, the operator chose to take pictures of the rocks instead of trying to crawl over them. It was probably a wise choice, and he'll have a nice photo book for his coffee table. CJs look pretty darn good in their natural environments. And I don't know what it is about these old rigs, but when you climb behind the wheel, you think you can conquer just about anything. And most of the time you can. However, sometimes no matter how hard you try or how fast you go, on that rare occasion, it might not happen. So whether you're out in a farm, plowing a field, or a couple troops bombing through a jungle, or just out enjoying the sunshine, tackling a trail, these old CJs will leave you happy and satisfied, and almost never stranded. That 16 rear wheel horsepower just keeps chugging away. Of course, that 538 gear ratio helps a little. So if you're a Jeeper and you're ever out on the trail, and you know what the Jeep wave is, just want to let you know that you have to wave first when you see one of these old rigs. Whether they choose to wave back or not, that's up to them.